Hey everyone, Pat Mesiti here, and today we're just wait for a few of you to jump on, but I want to share something with you very dear to my heart, very important, extremely important. And I know for many of you out there, you've been labeled just like I was. You've been labeled a conspiracy theorist, deluded, stupid, dumb, all these kind of insults. And yet, the facts and the truth come out. I want to read because I want to read from something that I wrote today, and I need you to listen intently because this Thursday we're going to blow the lid off some stuff. And I want you to really understand what's going on here. Let me just start off by saying a minister in Victoria, well, he's not actually a minister, a woke-topian pastor, on this platform several years ago decided to show off his smarts, and he's an ignorant fool. And basically said, how sad that one of Australia's Christian leaders has fallen susceptible to conspiracy theorists. And he said, the world isn't run by a bunch of Kabbalistic pedophilia crazies. You reckon? You, mate, you are so blind, it's not funny. I won't even mention your name because I ignored you then. I'm going to ignore you now because of the fool and the deluded man that you are, leading hundreds of people into a lost eternity because of you. You're a fool, an absolute fool. You're pushing stuff on people, telling them to go and get what the government told them to do. And obviously you all know what I'm talking about. But you didn't stick up for him, you fool. And you are a fool. Maybe you should have stuck to radio rather than a pulpit. But anyway, I digress. You see, this message today isn't for everybody, but I know it's for somebody. I needed to address something that's very powerful to my heart. I've been accused of being a conspiracy theorist, but you know what? A lot of us have. And a lot of what people thought was conspiracy are now 100% correct. Let me give you an example. Remember Watergate? Conspiracy theorist. Remember the Hunter Biden laptop? Conspiracy. Russia. Well, CBS now just comes out and says, hey, we've got something to deal with here. Pity they didn't do that before. The idea of, well, there weren't any weapons of mass destruction in Iraq after all. That the medical procedure that you were forced to have, that our former Prime Minister said wasn't mandated, would stop you from getting a disease. And they said it was totally safe. Remember that? Totally safe. They said that shutting down schools would save lives and not harm our children. That the lockdowns were necessary. Incidentally, Sweden didn't lock down and excess cumulative deaths were barely a third of Australia's number. Sweden didn't lock down. And yet, their death rate was a third of ours. And that's based on the OECD's own numbers published yesterday. Now, I don't believe everything I hear. There's a lot of numbskulls out there. But when you look at stuff like Balenciaga, I don't even want to pronounce their name, and that vitriolic fashion designer who holds bloody babies. Have you seen those images? Bloody babies. Oh, but they're only dolls. It's sick and it's evil and it's depraved. No, I don't believe everything I get sent, and I don't believe everything that I hear. However, let's just deal with some facts. That bit about shutting down schools to prevent transmissions. This was confirmed by the largest study into the effects of the pandemic commissioned in Australia. What about the lockdowns not being necessary? Well, this came directly from the OECD, who published the data yesterday showing Australia's excess mortality rate was almost triple that of Sweden's, who barely locked down at all. Now, there's plenty of conspiracies out there with people with tin hats that need to be ignored. But the more I dig, the more I realise the shocking truth which is now being hidden from us. One of the most shocking is that the New World Order, the Economic Forum, as revealed by many legitimate insiders, is trying to seize control of your money, your future, your food, and your freedom. and it's rising rapidly. Rapidly. What we saw in Victoria on the weekend, let me tell you, it's not by accident. And now, what we are seeing, the economic devastation, the conditions where billions are deteriorating through inflation and interest rates. But of course, that was just a conspiracy theory. Now, isn't it interesting that most of this is coming out now? I admire the people risking it all to give us the inside information from the UN, the World Economic Forum, and world governments. The whistleblowers risking their careers, their lives, and their reputations. One of those I'm going to be interviewing on Thursday. David Harris Jr. He was there on January 6th. Regular visitor to Mar-a-Lago. He was there with Trump, if I'm allowed to use that name, by the way, during the riots. I tell you what, it's a lot different to what Nancy Pelosi wants you to believe. And by the way, where are you, Nancy, now? Oh, that's right, you're gone. I'm going to be interviewing him on Thursday, and we're going to see exactly what's been going on. This is not just some numbnut. This is a guy who's been there, done that. We're going to show you what the movement is, the MAGA movement, what it really is. And is it really what the media portray? He's also been labelled a conspiracy theorist by people trying to shut him down. But, you know, if you want to shut down truth, all you've got to do is label it, slander it, cancel it. We will not be silent. This is going to be a vital day. Vital because it affects your economies. And what I love about David, and what I love about my guests on that day, we're going to be here to help you get your financial world in order, moving it away from the system. You've got to be in control. I've got two exciting special guests coming along with David. It is going to be an absolute paint peeler. No, it will not be recorded. If you're not there, you miss out. There is a 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. session, Sydney time, and a 7 p.m. session. We're going to be running for several hours. I make no apology about that. You're not going to get a little panacea pill, a little shot to fix this. We need to learn and we need to be educated. If you're too busy to allocate a few hours for your future and find out what's really going on, you're too busy. I know people get up and they watch the soccer and all that, and please don't comment about all that stuff. Don't get sidetracked. Stay here. Stay focused. We're starting at 11 a.m. Sydney time on Thursday. And then, of course, we're going to be doing 7 p.m. A few hours of your time to find out what's really going on. Now, our Zoom is limited. I encourage you to click on that link, register and be part of it. And also, this Sunday, I will be in Perth. You need to be there. Western Australia, you've asked me to be there, one day only. I will post in this chat where we will be, exactly the location. But Thursday is your day. Thursday is your day to hear from a real person of faith, a real insider, and a real man who cares about your future. He's put his neck on the line, especially with all this stuff going on in the area of the sacrificing of our children on the altar of labels. You're going to hear some stuff that you all kind of probably thought about, but someone's going to verbalize it. And you need to hear it verbalized. We need to hear it verbalized, folks. So make sure you click on the link. Get educated. They want you to be uninformed. We are not those that are going to be uninformed. And one of my very special guests is going to show you how you can invest financially in your own future and remove the human emotional element out of it. I know for many of you, the human emotion component can rob you of progressing. Make sure you are on that Zoom, because my friend Troy is going to change your lives. I want to thank you for listening. Hey, please share this, spread the word. See you on Thursday. God bless you.